Liverpool 4, Barnsley 1. Liverpool advanced to the next stages of the FA Cup, but definitely it wasn't a 4-1 win performance. Welcome to Marching Reds. I am Aman Chima, and here I am to review the game between Liverpool and Barnsley played at Anfield for the FA Cup third round. Initial thoughts about the performance, it wasn't as convincing as the result might look like. Starting with the playing 11, in goal it was Gorgi Mamadashvili. In the back four it was Jeremy Frimpong who got the start. Joe Gomez also got a start as a centre back. Virgil van Dijk captained the side, and it was Andy Robertson who took the left back position. In the midfield it was Curtis Jones, Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis McAllister. In the forward line, it was Rio and Gamua on the left flank, Cody Gakpo as the striker, and Federico Chiesa on the right flank. In the first 30 seconds or so, like Barnsley got a shot away and it hit the woodwork, and I was like, okay, this might not look as easy as we thought it would be, but slowly and gradually, Liverpool started getting more of the ball, but we could already see that if given a chance, Barnsley would be willing to dare, would be willing to attack at every opportunity, and that is how the first few minutes of the first half flew by. We started to control the ball, started to get more into the game, but the threat on the counter was always something that we had to be wary about, because there were moments before the goals started to come in where it was very clear that if we do have a lapse in concentration, Barnsley would be ready to pounce on it. So the first goal comes by. It was an absolute rocket of a goal by Dominic Szoboszlai, and right outside the box, he's given time, he's given space, he takes a touch, and then off the ball went. 1-0 to Liverpool. No massive celebrations, because we knew that we were not completely over convinced with the start of the game. So, yeah, 1-0 will take it every day. Uh, then it was Jeremy Frimpong's turn to score the goal, and it was a typical trademark Frimpong goal in which he takes the ball on the right flank, is very well forward, uh, comes inside the box, and takes a touch back, and then he shoots again. All the goals that we scored, they were really, really good goals. So 2-0 up, and at that point of time, as we all know, any rational fan would think that, okay, you know what, just get the job done, let there be no drama. But it's Liverpool, and unfortunately Dominic Szoboszlai had a brain fade moment when right before half time, when Barnsley were looking to again counter. uh, it was a misplaced pass, and Dominic Szoboszlai tried to just clear up the defensive situation. He takes the ball right across the goal, knowing very well that the keeper is behind him, and so is one of the Barnsley players. I think it was Adam Phillips. He tries, I don't know what even to call it. It's sort of a back flick to the keeper, or like, I don't know, like he must be having a much better idea of like what he was trying to do. Doesn't come off, and within like what, a 3 yard range, Adam Phillips just slots it home for Barnsley 2-1, and I'll admit that that is the least what they deserve, because they were looking lively, they were looking more threatening, and even though they were playing away, huge compliments must be given to the team, to the manager, to their game plan. Like, had I been watching this game and if Liverpool wasn't involved, trust me, I would have been on Barnsley team any day. So just because it is your team playing, you do not want that there should be any sort of an upset when your team is involved. So typical fan reaction. So 2-1 half time, and just because they got their one goal back right before half time, it just felt a little bit off, if I can say so, because you were sort of controlling the game, being 2-0 up, and then you start making things difficult for your own selves. So that was something that we have to rectify, because we can't be this complacent even if it is an FA Cup game at home in our first round. So the second half starts, and although I mean, there were not clear-cut chances for either team for that matter, but just because it's just a one-goal game now, you always, start worrying when the clock ticks by 65 minutes are up, 70 minutes are up, 75 minutes are up, that like, what if the other team just gets in a chance, or maybe for that matter, just gets the ball towards the goal, and if we are not able to save that situation. So there were moments where like we thought that we could have scored another one. I mean, there were a few Virgil van Dijk chances. There were when Florian Wirtz also came on his first chance, when Dominic Szoboszlai curled the ball in, and he just took that shot very casually, which was something as if like, what, just put the game to rest. So yeah, I mean, and then their winger, Barnsley's winger, uh, left winger. His name was Cleary. I mean, he was the obvious threat, and the fact that they were getting the ball to him and like allowing him to make a run, take on a one-on-one defender from our side, that is where the troubles were starting to mount. And then there was a penalty shout for Barnsley as well, and it was again Cleary who like sort of drove inside the box, but luckily Dominic Szoboszlai did get a touch on the ball, and luckily referee saw it too, or thought that that is how the things panned out, because there was no VAR, and on the pitch he ruled it as a fair challenge. So that was uh, something that could have changed things, because had that penalty been given and had they equalized, I mean, you just never know what could have happened. So after that, it was Florian Wirtz who got the third goal for us, and again it was Curtis Jones who like looked really really solid in the game. Passes the ball to Ekitike right outside the box. Ekitike with a flick, and Florian Wirtz takes a touch inside the box, and then very again coolly finishes it off. And I think then it was pretty clear that Liverpool have done their business, have done their job. And then the fourth goal, like Wirtz gets the ball, evades the offside trap, and just has a look towards Ekitike, who was making his own run, crosses the ball, and that was just the cherry on the cake. But having said all of this, did I really like the performance? Uh, in some bits, yes, but just because it was 2-1 till like what, 80, 84th minute, I was a little uneasy. So that is something that we have to get rid of from our performances, because leading 2-0, we do not need to create any sort of difficulties for us. And that is when, if like you do get in a third or fourth goal, that is when you can put the game to bed very early on. But if the reverse happens, like if the opposition, like for that matter in this case, gets the goal, then they start to believe again that what, okay, it's just like a one goal game, we are right in it, and then funny things happen. So overall speaking, I mean, the fact of the matter is that we needed to get a job done, we just needed to advance, and that's what we did. But we need to be a little better in moments, because there is no point in dominating majority of the game, very well knowing that within a fraction of a second you can lose it, or lose your momentum, lose your strength, lose your grip on the game. So this is something that we need to improve on. But 4-1 in a knockout game, I'll take it day in, day out. So you let me know in the comment section how you felt if you watched the game. And yeah, I mean, I'll be honest again, like full credits to Barnsley. And yeah, I'm just happy that we got the job done. Do you agree with the playing 11 that Arne Slot went for? Because it was a mix of rotating a few players and also going strong for this round of the FA Cup. And yeah, I mean, the point was to get a win and advance, and that's what we did. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care.